I didn't know Sharktopus was an actual legend. That's awesome. The Lusca, the 2016 novel by Lisa R. Hazard. A gruesome tale of tension, terror, and tentacles. Or as I like to call them, eighticles. The plot. When 8 people are left stranded in the middle of the ocean after their ship was sunk by some creature, all hope seems lost. Soon the tentacles that attacked their vessel ascend from the depths to pick off crew members one by one. Where will the story go? What evil will it unleash, and who the hell will survive? I'll admit it, by the end of this 124-page book, I was claiming how sad it really was. Even the toughest of people will cry out in excruciating agony as the Lusca slowly tears them apart. This is not a friendly book. The story is told in first person from one of the survivors named Drew. It took a little getting used to because I usually read in third-person stories. I feel for this book in particular it didn't work because we know that he'll survive the story being told. However, it does somewhat redeem itself with making Drew an awesome character. In fact, I enjoyed most of the characters with the exception of Little Jimmy, because all he did was complain. Even Johan, the seemingly selfish captain who sacrificed anyone to the creature, had some redeeming qualities himself. Not everyone is fully developed, but you do get a sense of everyone who is on the lifeboat. One thing I wish wasn't fully developed was the print on this book cover. Don't get me wrong, after reading the story, I loved looking at the awesome cover. But this cover kind of lies and spoils at the same time. For instance, the creature never attacked a ship like this, and the creature isn't spoiled to be a Sharktopus until page 84, which is kind of disrespectful to the surprise for the reader. One thing that will surprise the reader for sure, though, is the gore! This is one sadistic Sharktopus. One that has a distinct pleasure for not only making its victims suffer, but the onlookers as well. Its tentacles rip people to shreds like juicy meat plucked easily from the bone. People tend to just fall apart in this book with their chunks being snatched and consumed. There is one aspect towards the creature's strength and weakness that is actually quite absurd, but I went along with it. The Lusca isn't a tame book, but the kills are sometimes very rinse and repeat, not leaving tons of creativity in the actual deaths, but the detail is always gnarly and shocking. During the whole book, I was keeping my rating steadily at a 3 out of 5. However, it kept one-upping itself and shocking me. I was literally challenging this book to make my rating go higher, and it succeeded in some ways. It's got a great pace, enjoyable characters, meaty gore, and intense sequences of action that don't let up until at least one person is in the shark's gullet. This would actually make for an awesome movie, if it was given a decent budget at the very least. With all that in mind, I can say with satisfactory that overall I give the Lusca a 3.5 out of 5. I am Brian Gatto, host of Horror Show Entertainment. Make sure to like my Facebook page in the description below, leave comments, and subscribe.